Okay, sun's over there somewhere. That's where the bright spot is. And center of the screen, there's an aerial plane. See a little line. He's headed south. Yeah, I know. Hey, oh, did I find him? There he is. Told you it was there. Okay, there's your Wednesday morning shot. I don't even know what the temperature is. Somewhere between 40 and 50, I suppose. Yeah, Traco's parked out there. And there's a patch of fog right behind it. So, obviously, weather's just right for making fog this morning. Looks like some ground fog down in the bottom, too. So, there you go, Wade. There's your hump day sunrise. Even though you just told me that Ron already got you one, it's just from a different angle. Still the same sun, though. Yeah, as we're doing it, but we just got the gates set up here. Run the underground, it's berry wire, but started running it through some of that plastic pipe. We got some, it ain't no good for anything else. And something happens to that wire, pull it and fish a new one through. Gate handle to get that direction hot, and hooked into it to get our gate hot. I jumped them here. It takes more than jumping at the other end, but at this other end, top one's unhooked, it's not hot. Not that it makes any difference. You can use the barrier wire to sneak around the post there. And when you got to do this on the adjustable end, make sure your wire's up snug first and leave yourself some room so you can tighten it again. She didn't have them tight enough, and I literally set it that far away, and then I said, hey, it's loose, give me the tensioner tool. So I tightened it up and literally brought it clear up to here and slid it back down. So, and we got it right, because it's either blocking that side or it comes to block this side. And hey, it hooks at both ends. That's what counts. And this end, had to play around a little bit. Actually threw some zip ties on here just to hold them together. Our barrier wire and the one for the gate both hook right there. Come around gate and jumped up for gate. So, oh yeah, and she's getting more insulators she didn't put on. She ran out of what we were using. We were using the pin-ons on these wood posts and ran out of those, so now it's these. These ones actually seem to be pretty good. Don't even know what brand they are. Dare, that's what it says. They're pretty solid. They don't bend easy like some of them do. So anyway, I've been told that it's done at that end. I doubt it's done at that end because we got to split and go north and south from there. This end we don't. The north and south are tied together. Where this fence hits the other one, or the east and west rather, are tied together. They just got an insulator between them, so they're separate. And got to finish down at that end yet. Oh, and she's still got a, we got to find either, we got a spool of, I don't know, God, it's probably 16 or 18 gauge wire. It's easy to work with when you're doing, where we put juice on the back side of these. That's what the little insulators are there for. And then I realized, hope that's not in the way of the gate later, but we'll just go to the inside of the post at this end. Keep them away from it. That's all it's got to do. But hell lot easier to, you can pull that tight enough by hand, and those insulators will hold it because they're not heavy. And really, it doesn't ever move. Oh, the other thing I was going to show you, quick. I got to walk clear over here to do it, though. Most places where we wrap the wire, it's like I wrapped the barrier wire on, it's tight. Run a little longer on here. because this is going to stretch, or the spring's going to screw up, or something's going to give, and you're going to need to tighten it here. It's a whole lot easier to uncoil that and adjust it a 1/2 inch or 1 inch than it is if it's wrapped up really tight. I mean, it looks pretty wrapped up tight, but especially if you do it right. But if you have to redo it, about all you can do is cut it off. And there's part of their wad from yesterday. All these short pieces I got here, I've been cutting them off of there, so not wasting it. And that roll laying there, it ended up laying somewhere where one side got rusty. Side against that board, there's a section from 6 inches to 1 foot long where they're just too rusty for me to put up. So we cut the rust pieces out, throw them in the scrap, and she's still got a few anchor pieces laying here. That's what we were using it for, long enough to make anchors. So I'm gonna head that direction with the skid steer, pick up some brush, and get her tearing apart that fence I tore out yesterday. Listen to the boss there. She says 80 degrees is too damn hot to keep busting ass in. Whole fence isn't done, but the majority of it is. Got everything cleared out so we can reset the corner property line fence. Stretch where the tree was down over it, and I'm totally spaced to get any video of that up there or the other spot I cleaned up. So, you don't get that today. Maybe I'll remember tomorrow. But I was going to show you my hole maker of choice. That's off the old 3-point digger. Adapter. And the reason the adapter is the way it is because there's another auger that goes onto the slug that's on the end of the motor. Looks like I got a little CP out of the motor too, but I'm not too worried about that. Self-lubrication. And that motor is lower RPM. That came off old Airflow fertilizer buggy. That was the Draper chain motor, so it's just right for this. The beautiful thing is you got forward and reverse on the skid steer. So you get your hole drilled, just pull the thing up out of the ground full of dirt, swing it to the side, bump reverse a few times, all the dirt falls off, hole stays clean. It just slips onto the fork. The only issue I have when I'm drilling a hole is I can see side to side, I just can't see the other way, and sometimes I get a couple off. Got a couple off the other day when I had the guy helping us. So he had to do a little hand digging, but it wasn't bad. And I don't know what the hell happened last night, but buckets are scattered out, and there's about 3 or 4 other buckets that aren't where they were. I don't know. But feeding's done. Number one, had to go work at the food bank with her future mother-in-law today, so she left at noon. And Becky helped me finish getting that corner all cleaned out so we can set posts. And I really kind of half-assed thought about doing something with that when we got done, but it's like, by the time I got finished hauling brush out of there with the skid steer, which I got everything I'm going to pick up with it, there's little stuff left. But by the time I was done, screw it. And I'm not sure if she's finally doing something or not. She's kind of breathing awful heavy. Oh, skinny girl here, she's eating. She's probably gained back another 20, 25 pounds. She still looks like shit though. But she finally had a string earlier, laying there with her tail part way out. She's not laboring, she's breathing heavy. Maybe it'll be tonight. Cute little bugger. Oh, hey, I didn't realize you could see the other two. I had a beam in my way. Cute little bugger anyway. Where the red wraps around the by her ear. See if it'll stay clear when we do this. Look at that. So anyway, I figured I didn't have enough video to... it was enough. Just would have been short, right? So what do you do when you don't have enough? You see what you can get of the babies. But, hey, oh, there is one down here. One little heifer calf laying down there. And we go over here, and that would be the newest one right there, because there's no tag in the ear yet. I kind of figured maybe number one was going to get her took care of this morning. But, yeah, no tag yet. Maybe tomorrow morning. Sticking sunshine coming through and screwing up the picture. And the other two are just chilling up here. Need to check them, make sure we got their navel infections taken care of. Days like today don't help. Don't help at all. I mean, it's not moist out, but it is hot. And that doesn't help much. Randy's trying the trip. Dog toy was laying here. I tell the dogs it don't belong in here. Picked it out of the feeder 3 times this week. So, anyway, I know it's bright out, but God, it's 5 o'clock. I didn't sleep last night. I don't think I got over an hour and a half of sleep, maybe. I don't know why. It happens. Well, now she's up. And still nothing showing, and she's humped up. Humped up because she's got to pee and something's in the way, maybe. So, for right now, I'm going to leave her because she really isn't doing anything yet. I'm going to check on her another hour or so. If she was an older cow and she had a clue, she might kind of tell me, hey, give me a hand or something, but where I haven't seen her actively pushing yet, we're just going to go with she's not quite ready yet. I mean, I'm sure the calf's ready to get out. It's got to be hot in there, right? You know, 102 degrees in there. 80 degrees feel a lot better. Oh, well. I probably got you enough on here now, right? That's what I'm thinking. So, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Hopefully get the fence done because we're already, as of today, a week late getting the bulls out. Does it bother some of you? No, a lot of you guys are used to calving later. It bothers me. And a lot of people, why don't you calve on pasture? Well, last time calving on pasture was done here was about 40 years ago, and there was 4 of them drowned down there in a creek when they were born. Because cows like to lay someplace where they know something's not going to sneak up on them. They'll lay right on the creek bank and have a calf. When you hear her beller and it's too late because the calf's already gone in the water and took a breath. So that was the last time we calved on pasture. When we do get out on pasture, whatever is not calved yet stays in. Stays in where we can keep an eye on them and give them a hand if we need to. And I know I said I did enough already. I lied. I thought you might want to see some more babies. I guess one here is busy getting some dinner. Oh, we just missed that. 2 of them just came running in from outside. It's supposed to rain Friday, so if it gets where we can't get out and finish doing some fence, if we're not done with it by then, stick number 1 on the skid steer and she can get this crap hole cleaned up. In the meantime, see if anyone wants to say hi. There's Amy's kid. She's getting run away. How about you, 722E? Chicken. Oh, but 321A cow, she'll come and say hello. So will 426B. She's one of the ones we had to milk out. She was in for a week, getting milked twice a day, so she wouldn't blow up. There's 321A's bull calf. Good looking calf. Okay, that's enough, right? Babies, and more babies. Thanks for watching, everybody.